Well, hello everybody, it's Jess here from Meadows Flowers. So we are a little artisan flower farm and studio florists based here in the heart of Staffordshire in the UK. Now, as I said, I'm Jess, this is Meadows Flowers, but today we're not talking about flowers. I'm going to talk you through the tomatoes. So what I thought we'd do is have a little look at how Mr. Meadows Flowers grows his tomatoes, what we're trying this year, what we think is going to work, what's not going to work, and all the time I am rocking my new Cavallero long line gilet. I don't know if you can see this. Love a long line gilet, covers my bum, covers my back, keeps me nice and warm, because even though it is nearly the end of May, it ain't overly warm here yet in the UK. Anyway, come with me, let's have a look at these tomatoes. So the greenhouse we grow the tomatoes in is actually the one that came with the house. It could do with a really good clean. So don't know how old this greenhouse is. It was all broken panes when we moved in here 8 years ago. And we replaced all the panes. It was all covered in shade paint. We've replaced that. And this actually is where we've had the ranunculus. So it's a 6x8 standard greenhouse with horticultural glass. It's got a broken window at the back, but it gives a bit of ventilation. And it's got the most important thing you can have. It's got a rubber stopper over the end of the window handle so you don't stab yourself in the head. So our tomatoes, this is what we're growing this year. So we've got 5 tomato plants down each side, and then we've got room for 2 cucumber plants at the end. So previously we've had 18 tomato plants in this greenhouse, and I'll be honest, it's been too many. We've struggled with keeping everything watered, we've struggled with mildew, we've struggled with split tomatoes, and basically we've been putting too many in. So we've reduced the amount we're putting in this year. So I said there's 5 down each side, and we'll have the 2 cucumbers at the end, which will come up and over. So how do we grow them? Well, what are we growing to start with? We've got down each side 2 burlesque, which are a nice beefsteak. So we have 2 burlesque, we have 2 sun gold, and we have a red cherry. And repeated the same on the side. So what we've done, taken out the ranunculus, we've given the bed a really good weed, and we've mixed in some good handfuls of standard Growmore, which is 777 standard fertiliser. And then something we're trying this year is we're trying these grow pods. Not tried them before, but as I said, struggled a bit sometimes with keeping things as watered as they should be. So these are, in fact we can see if we look at these ones for the cucumbers, they're quite clever. What they are, they're a raised ring of plastic which we fill with compost and plant the tomato in, so we get even more root depth. So they're hollow in the middle, and then around the edge there's a reservoir for water, and that reservoir's got little tiny holes pierced in it, so it acts a little bit like my drip irrigation system I've got on the perennial beds. So in effect these tomatoes are sat, this one's dried out, and the water slowly permeates round the roots. Hoping these are going to make a big difference this year. I will keep you posted. So that one, as you can see, is already percolated away, as has that one. This one's not. So the aim is every day we'll come in, and those that need topping up, each one takes about 2 litres of water. So we'll just fill them up. Once a week we'll also put in there some liquid seaweed to start with, and then once we've got fruit setting on the first trusses, we will put some tomato feed in there. As well as that, we'll also foliar feed them with liquid seaweed and then tomato feed. If you watch my video coming out in a couple of weeks' time all about feeding and the options, it'll explain everything you need to know about feeding. And then the other thing we do, we have these nice long 6 foot tall green garden canes, which just, you can see all the weeds at the back of it, sit in here in the back of the grow pod. They come up, and then we've got them attached onto a wire coming all the way across. So these are really nice and stable and nice and sturdy. So that's what we're growing. Also this year we put some marigolds round. So marigolds are meant to deter whitefly. They're meant to be quite good for cut flowers as well, so we'll try cutting some of those. So we've got 12, I think there are, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 marigold plants actually. We've got 50 marigolds in here. These are the spares and repairs, so if anybody wants any spare tomato plants, give me a shout, because we've got, as always, we've grown too many, because you never grow enough, do you? You always grow more than you need. So yeah, this is our tomato growing system. So be interested in hearing in the comments if you've used these grow pods, if you find them useful, find them not useful, any pros and cons. I'm really hoping that by using these and having a more consistent drip irrigation, they will mean that we're getting less split tomatoes, but we will see, won't we? Anyway, that's me waffling on about tomatoes. I'll probably go and do a video about sweet peas or something, sweet peas or something now, and then maybe do one about feeding. I'll do a selection of these if I've got time today, but I'll put them in over the next few days. As always, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. You know, subscribe to the channel. You know what to do. But I'm Jess. This is Meadows Flowers, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.